Mr. President, we received more good economic news on Friday with the announcement that the economy created 224 jobs in June. Meanwhile, unemployment remained near its lowest level in half a century. June marked the 16th straight month that unemployment has been at or below 4%. That is a tremendous record. June also marked the 11th straight month that wage growth has been at or above 3%. Before 2018, wage growth had not hit 3% in nearly a decade. So, Mr. President, Friday's announcement was just the latest piece of good news about the economy. Thanks to Republican economic policies, the economy has taken off during the Trump administration. Economic growth is up, wage growth is up, personal income is up, and the list goes on. And importantly, the benefits of this economic growth are being spread far and wide. One of the distinguishing features of the economic expansion that we've been experiencing is the way it's reaching those who have trailed behind economically. Over the past 3 years, pay hikes for the lowest income workers have exceeded pay hikes for the richest workers. Huge numbers of new blue-collar jobs have been created, and minorities' employment situation has improved substantially. The unemployment rate for Asian Americans, African Americans, and Hispanic Americans are all at or near record lows. The Wall Street Journal notes that, and I quote, nearly 1 million more blacks and 2 million more Hispanics are employed than when Barack Obama left office, and minorities account for more than half of all new jobs created during the Trump presidency, end quote. So where has all this economic progress come from, Mr. President? Well, 2.5 years ago, at the end of the Obama administration, the economic outlook wasn't too rosy. The economy was sputtering and American families were struggling. Some were predicting that a weak economy would be the new normal. Republicans, however, didn't agree with that. We knew that American workers and American businesses were as dynamic and creative as ever. But we also knew that burdensome regulations and an outdated tax code were holding our economy back and reducing the opportunities available to workers. And so when we took office in 2017, we got right to work on improving our economy in order to improve life for the American people. We eliminated burdensome regulations that were acting as a drag on economic growth. And we passed a historic reform of our tax code to put more money in Americans' pockets and to make it easier for businesses to grow and to create jobs. And now we're seeing the results. A thriving economy that is extending more opportunities to more Americans. Mr. President, for all of the Democrats' talk about inequality, it's actually Republicans and President Trump who have done something about it. We've helped create an economy that is lifting up people across the entire economic spectrum. There's still more work to be done, of course. For one thing, we need to make sure that the agricultural economy is able to catch up to the economy at large. But thanks to tax reform and other Republican economic policies, American workers are doing better than they have in a very long time. It's unfortunate that the gains that we've made could be reversed if Democrats have their way. Democrats' plans, from budget-busting government-run health care to free college, all have one thing in common. They would cost a lot of money. And where would the government get most of that money, Mr. President? From tax increases. Tax increases on businesses and tax increases on ordinary Americans. Thanks to the tax relief that Republicans passed, the economy has expanded, paychecks have increased, and more jobs and opportunities have been created. Raising taxes would result in the opposite. Fewer jobs and opportunities, a smaller economy, and more families struggling to get by on smaller paychecks. Republicans are determined to make sure that doesn't happen. And, Mr. President, we are committed to building on the progress that we've made and to further expanding economic opportunity for all Americans. Mr. President, I yield the floor.